We also gather today to honor a woman whose life was truly defined by service. Rose Williams was a treasured colleague, mentor, friend, and CPOF field representative. Her career in corrections spanned more than 51 years. She gave 34 years of service to the Georgia Department of Corrections, followed by 17 years as a respected member of the Georgia Board of Corrections. Rose led with grace, strength, humility, and mentored others. She advocated for correctional professionals and their families, and through her work with the CPOF, she helped carry out our mission across the state of Georgia. Rose embodied the heart of taking care of our own. Her wisdom, compassion, and steady commitment made a lasting difference in countless lives. Her legacy will continue through the people she guided, the families she helped, and the profession she loved so deeply. At this time, I would like to invite Nikki Renfro, daughter of Rose Williams, to come forward and share a tribute to her mother.
Good afternoon. My name is Nikki Renfro, and I stand here really with a smile on my face. My mother, as he said, Rose Williams, was an amazing woman. All of those years of dedicating her time and effort and attention toward the Department of Corrections, not just to the agency, but to all of the individuals. She had a knack for seeing people right where they were. No matter what, she was going to make sure that you were okay. She took good care of her officers, all officers under her watch, but also the offenders as well. She's been honored by so many people and in so many ways, and she's really broken glass ceilings and been a trailblazer for women in law enforcement and women in corrections throughout the country. She was my greatest inspiration. She raised me to be resilient. She raised me to be independent. From that, I went on to have a 30-year career myself as a Georgia State Trooper, breaking barriers, retiring from law enforcement as a captain in a state in the Deep South where folks didn't really look like me, but she taught me how to do that with grace. And so I'm so just forever grateful. The people standing behind me represent some of the finest individuals from one of the greatest agencies I've known, and that is the Georgia Department of Corrections. They have been such a support to me as I lost my mom back in December. I mean, just a major, major support. And so I really appreciate them more than they could ever know. And so let me say to you really quickly what CPOF meant to her. She's been a part of CPOF for roughly, I believe, 17, almost 18 years doing the work. She did this work after she retired as a prison warden in Georgia. She did this work continuously. I can't even imagine, probably the numbers would be in the thousands of people's lives that she touched through CPOF, wanting to make sure that they were taken care of as they were faced with some of the hardest times and hardest struggles of their life. Yes, to the families of the fallen, she was right there. Yes, to those who suffered other catastrophic incidents, she was right there. She was on the phone, she was voicing her opinion on things, she was moving things along. And then even up until the very end when she got really sick, because you know how it is, you could be going and doing your very best and being the hardest worker all of those years, and then your health declines right there at the very end. And everybody wants to focus on what it is right there at the end. No, y'all, let's think about life. Let's think about light. Let's think about continuing a legacy. Let's continue to think about our loved ones through every smile, through remembering how they made us laugh, those silly things they did. We have to keep living, and we have to keep going. And so I pray and continue to pray for all of the families who've been affected here. Continue to live life. Let this be uplifting. These ceremonies are absolutely beautiful. I love each and every one, but when you leave here, I want you to think about how you can continue to live and continue the legacy. Do it in an uplifting and positive way. We will never forget. We will never forget the sacrifices of those who have gone on. We shall never forget. So thank you for CPOF's leadership. I greatly appreciate all that you've done.
No, Nikki, you hit the ball right out of the park. I can hear your mother's voice as you were speaking. Rose was an inspiration to so many, not just in the Department of Corrections, but wherever she was. She and I we were friends for 43 years, and we spent a lot of time together. Some of the happiest memories with Rose was going here and there to warden's meetings. We had the best time in that car, and I promise you we solved every problem ever thought of in an agency or the country. But with CPOF, we had a similar experience. We would go across Georgia, we would meet with so many people, and Rose just had a very delicate, common sense way of putting things in perspective. But she would make you feel not only seen, but that you were the most important person in the room and in the world. So she was a trailblazer in Georgia, and she just lives in the hearts of so many people. So I am so privileged to have called her a friend and a colleague for so many years. Thank you.
I wasn't planning to speak, but about Miss Rose, I could talk all day long. I called Miss Rose the mother of the Honor Guard because it was due to her diligence that the Honor Guard was created with Georgia Department of Corrections, and her help and assistance getting us involved in CPOF and getting the project and all the great work that she done. It was an inspiration. She used to say an expression, let the work that I've done speak for me. And I'm trying to live by that motto that I've heard her say. And you just heard her testimony of how much stuff she's done between the agency, the Board of Corrections, and CPOF. And that's a stamp of a lifetime right there. And I hope that I can be a part of that. She told me when I was considering about the national director position that I was like, well, I was really leaning toward more of what you're doing, Ms. Rose, and going out and meeting with the folks and things like that. And she's like, look, I just pray you get it. She said, I just want you, you'll do good things. And so through Ms. Rose's help and looking down, I truly believe I'm here because of her. So thank you all.
Thank you, Nikki.